All right, time to get you in the loop here at 9:03. See what's making news around the state. And an iconic part of northern Minnesota is gone this morning.
The Lutsen Lodge was destroyed in a fire yesterday. It started just after midnight on Tuesday, and it did really leave a hole in the hearts of members of the community.
5 Eyewitness News reporter Eric Shalou was live there this morning with what happened and how the community is responding.
Good morning. We're just up the hill from the fire scene here at the Lutsen Resort. There is a state fire marshal vehicle blocking the road, but when I was down earlier this morning, you could still see hot spots popping up at the fire scene. Now, we have some video from early on Tuesday morning. You can see those flames shooting into the night sky from the Lutsen Lodge. This is a very historic resort here in Minnesota. The property has been here since the late 1800s, but you can see what the fire did, burning the 3-story resort down to the ground. Now, according to the Cook County Sheriff's Office, there were no guests here at the time, just one employee who reports seeing smoke coming from the floor in the lobby. They were able to get out. Firefighters say since there were no guests parked in the area that they were able to get their fire trucks close to the scene, but they weren't able to save the resort. The fire chief telling me that many of his crew on scene had either worked here or maybe met a loved one here, and it was a very difficult moment for them, but they tried to do what they could. Now, the question on a lot of folks' mind up here on the North Shore: what started the fire? Well, the state fire marshal has been on scene shortly after the fire was put out yesterday, trying to figure out the cause and the origin. They told us this morning their investigation continues. No one was hurt in this fire, and as I mentioned, this property really in the bedrock here of the community. We've been on their Facebook page this morning for the Lutsen Lodge and seeing so many comments from people that celebrated weddings, anniversaries, and birthdays here. I remember bringing my 2 little kids many years ago up here and throwing rocks into Lake Superior. Quite a historic lodge gone here on the North Shore. We'll, of course, follow this investigation for you. Back to you guys in the studio. Chris.
All right, Eric, thank you. We do want to bring in Shirsti Vick now. Shirsti is the Director of Marketing for Visit Cook County. She joins us via Zoom. Hi, Shirsti. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Talk to us a little bit about the lodge. I mean, Eric kind of touched on the fact that this is such an iconic place, and so many families have memories that have been made at this lodge. Give us a little history, if you will, of it.
Yeah, Lutsen Lodge has really been a community gathering place for generations, both of visitors and people who have lived here. And so it has been, almost everybody I know and almost everybody out there really has this really deep personal connection with Lutsen Resort. And it has been such a home for so many people, both, they just feel that place is like, that's what they consider their home, whether they're here or not. That's what they look to as home, is Lutsen Lodge and that specific location.
So for people who maybe aren't that familiar with the property and where it is in relation to the ski area and such, could you sort of explain that?
Yeah, so Lutsen Lodge is on Lake Superior. It's about 1.5 miles from Lutsen Mountains. The original family, the Nelson family who started Lutsen Lodge, also started Lutsen Mountains. But in the 80s, that separated, and the mountain became its own separate business and was owned by the Skinner family. Whereas Lutsen Resort stayed in the Nelson family until the mid 80s or late 80s when Scott Harrison and Nancy Burns took over. And then in 2018, Bryce Campbell, who's the current owner, bought the resort. So it's been, it's only been 3 families that have really owned it.
Yeah. The Lutsen Lodge has dealt with fire before, obviously never to this extent, right? Do you know about the other fires that happened there?
Well, the one that was in 1951 completely destroyed the original building. There was a similar building that was built at that point that was a Lundy designed home or Lundy designed resort, and that one was completely burned by fire. And so when they rebuilt it in this style that we know today in the 1952 is when that one opened up. And so it has burnt down completely to the ground before.
Wow.
But that was, a number of years ago now.
Now, are there any other places for people to stay, and not only here by where the lodge is, but up at the ski area?
Yes, of course, there's still plenty of lodging options. Lutzen Resort, it was only the main lodge was affected, which is, the main iconic lodge that we all see and remember fondly. But there are still places to stay. The townhomes and cabins and those things that were right and sea villas, those were all nearby the Lutzen Resort, are still available. And then, of course, up at the mountain, Caribou Highlands, Mountain Inn, and Eagle Ridge are all still there, as well as the other resorts in the area. So all the other resorts are still open and still available for people to come up and stay. And I know that the Lutzen Resort team, along with the other lodge owners, are working together to find any guests who had upcoming reservations and put them into a new space that they can still come up and have that Cook County getaway that they're so looking forward to.
Yeah. Kjersti, I'm thinking back to when I was up there last summer and Papa Charlie's had burned, and now you've got this Lutzen Lodge, and you just think, what's going on up there? I mean, people, this is such a part of people's summer vacations and winter vacations, and you want it to thrive, and you want to keep those memories, and you want to create new ones with family members, and to have two places like this really, in people's memories is places where they went and have really good times to recall on. What would you say to people who are looking at these vacations moving forward about, still coming up and still supporting the businesses in Cook County?
Yeah, I would say that the businesses up here that are still here, they really love to see guests. They love to see guests returning. They love to see the people's faces. They love to make those experiences magical. I know that a lot of properties up here put a lot of time and energy into making sure that guest experience is really one that carries them through the years, so they remember that experience and they feel that experience deeply. And so it's really impactful for anybody who comes up here. I know that you as visitors are impacted by the vacation here, but everybody who works here really is impacted by anybody who visits here in a really positive way. And so, of course, everybody's going to be rebuilding. And so Lutzen Mountains is rebuilding Papa Charlie's this summer. So that will be up, and they'll be in construction this summer with the hope to open this winter, this next coming winter, for entertainment and dining and all that stuff. So that will be coming back in a newer style format. And the plan is for Lutzen Resort to rebuild. They have the original architecture plans from the 1952 building, and they plan to use those to rebuild. So it will be different, but hopefully it will continue to carry on that legacy of just that wonderful experience that Lutzen Resort has offered over so many generations.
Kjersti, I know this has been a relatively rough winter just because we've not had the snow, and it's been kind of difficult to convince people that there are things to do up there when people always just think of snow. But I know there's all kinds of other reasons that people could come up and visit, right?
Of course. Right now we're in the middle of our Hygge Festival, which is all about, doing the things that stay warm and cozy. Even if there's not a lot of snow, you can still embrace the Hygge culture. And so we have a lot of different activities that are going on. Some are outdoors based and some of them are inside based. There's a couple of arts and crafts projects. We have a sauna series where different resorts have opened up their saunas for the public to use and experience that sauna culture thing. Of course, there are many resorts that have saunas on site, as well as the Sisu and Loyali public sauna that you can rent. So that's kind of part of what some of the things that people can do. Right now, the winter hiking has been really good because there's not as much snow, so you can pretty much get around in the woods pretty easily. And of course, there still is skiing. I was out all weekend skiing, both alpine and cross country, and conditions have been really great. Lutzen Mountains makes a bunch of snow, and you're out there skiing, and it feels like a normal winter for skiing, really. I mean, the snow is still in excellent shape. And the cross-country skiing, they've been doing some really creative ways of keeping certain trails open. So there's still a lot to do. And, the lakes are still really fun. And ice fishing has been really, really hot, I've been told. So those people who can't ice fish in other parts of the state, we recommend they come up here because we have really solid ice still, and the fish have been biting. So it's something you can do regardless of how much snow is out in the lake.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Kjersti, thank you so much for the time this morning. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's so great to see you both.
Yeah.